Hi, today's video is going to be part of the Homeschool Show and Tell collaboration that was created by Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way. And I'm having a little bit of like a fangirl moment, I guess, because I have been watching Abby's channel for years, since my oldest was probably actually before he was even born, since I was pregnant with my first, and that was way back when her channel was called Full-Time Wife Life. So I'm just having like a full circle moment to now be like wanting to participate in this collaboration that she and Jessica have created. So I'm pretty excited. And I've watched tons of these videos in the past few years that they've done them, and I've watched both of their channels for quite some time. So I'm just really excited about today's video. So enough with the fangirling, let's get started. So this first video in the Homeschool Show and Tell series for this year is all about Meet the Teacher. So I have my iPad here with all the questions that I'm going to be answering. So the first one is just to introduce myself. So hi, I'm Sam. Hello, welcome to my channel. Musical Mama, that's me, because before I became a mom, I was all about that music life, okay? I have a couple music degrees, just a music background in general, and yeah, was a huge part of my life for quite some time. My husband and I have been married for 10 years, and we have 3 kiddos that I stay home full-time with, and we homeschool. So my oldest, he is a first grader. Then we have a daughter, and she is 4. So we're doing like some preschool with her this year. We did some last year, and this is like her second preschool year. And then we also have another little boy, and he is just a baby, and he will be 1 here in just a couple months. So yeah, so that's like a little bit about me. How long have we homeschooled? So we've homeschooled since the beginning, which I mean really isn't all that long at this point, because my oldest is just in first grade. So depending on how you count preschool or not, you can do the math. But we've always homeschooled, and he's in first grade. So kindergarten and first grade, that might be 2 years, or depending on how you count preschool. So you can do the math. The next question is, do you have a homeschool style? Kind of, but no. I did research before I started homeschooling, a few years ago at this point, that, there are some different methods to homeschooling for sure, some styles. I probably would mostly say that I'm just eclectic at this point. I do really like the classical method, that 4-year like cycle of things, the grammar, the logic, the rhetoric stage. But I don't like subscribe to that wholly at this point. And I know I like parts of the Charlotte Mason method as well, but not the whole thing. And so there's just like a couple of things that I'm heavily influenced by. Those 2 styles probably the most, but I wouldn't say that I have like a particular style. The next question is, what is your favorite subject to teach? Well, my kids are all little, so we aren't really doing all of the things yet, but we did start doing more group subjects this year, some Bible and prayer time. We're doing geography and science, plus all their like math and language arts things. So at this point, I'm not really sure I have a favorite. I will say right now, if I were to pick, this will probably change when they're older, but I really like doing our Bible, our prayer, our faith time, just because it lends itself to so many interesting discussions. It's just a lot of conversation starters, and it's really been interesting and fun to just watch my kids, learn these things. Geography has also been fun as well. Again, that's another conversation starter. Different cultures and animals and places in the world. So anything that sort of invites conversation at this point is my favorite to teach. The next question is, if you could only choose 3 homeschool tools, what would they be? Honestly, I think the first one would have to be my iPad. It sits on the table right here, and it comes out a lot. Not necessarily for like me needing to answer a question, but more for like pictures or pulling something up real quick. We do watch some YouTube videos, especially when we're doing geography. I'll pull something up on the animal that we're learning, or a video about that country that we're looking at, and we'll just pull up pictures of different things too. The flags or some animals. When we do science, we'll pull up, my kids will have a question, they want to know what something looks like, and we'll just pull up a picture real quick. So that would be one. The second thing would probably be these silicone art mats, I would say. Actually, let me grab it. So I'm talking about these big guys right here, and they're like a little, they got some paint stains on it, okay? We use these things. My daughter has one too. It's pink, it folds up. There's also like a cover that goes on this paint section here. Places to put their paint brushes. There's actually like a cup that comes out. It folds down too. I'm not sure where that part is right at this moment. But these have been a game changer when doing art. It's a really big mat, so they have tons of space to work and kind of make a mess, but it's all very contained, and I don't have to worry about the table or having like a tablecloth or anything like that. Those are just really easy, and they're really easy to clean. So that would probably be my second tool. And then the third one, maybe my printer. We have an Epson Eco Tank. We absolutely love it. I print out all of our homeschool curriculum, and that's just, it's game changer with that ink, okay? So my printer would probably be the other one. What inspires me as a teacher? Probably my kids. Watching them learn has really just like opened my eyes, I think. I've always wanted to be a teacher. I do have a teaching degree, but I don't know, something about teaching your own kids, watching them not just have those light bulb, I finally got it moments, but also just when they start connecting the dots to other things. We just did a constellation, like a star lesson, and we had recently read a Magic Treehouse book, Hour of the Olympics, because of the Olympics, and they briefly mentioned Hercules and Zeus and Pegasus, and we had just done the constellation. In the lesson we did, they saw Hercules as a constellation, and that was really interesting, and they were like, what, from the book? And then we'd also seen the movie Hercules recently, because we've been doing all those Disney classics, and so there was like all these connections that they were making, and it was honestly just really cool to see them do that on their own and not have me sort of get them to notice, get them to actually notice those connections. They were doing it on their own, and it's really amazing to see them continue to grow and learn and put all these pieces together. So yeah, my kids are what inspire me to keep doing this. The next question is, are you an early bird or a night owl? A night owl, hands down, 100%. I stay up almost every night until about midnight reading. I don't sit and scroll on my phone, or I'm not on technology, like watching a show or anything. I'm reading either a book, I have a Kindle, I have a Nook, I have all those things. And so my husband will be asleep and I will be just up reading. So that's my me time. Getting up early is not a thing. I don't subscribe to the method of getting up before your kids. That's just not me. I've tried to do that. It's not me. Not an early bird. I roll out of bed at 8:30 and very proud of it. What is your favorite teacher treat? Coffee, tea, candy, chocolate, etc. So I don't like coffee or tea. Actually, I have one right here. This is my drink of choice. Okay. And my kids know it too. So we don't start homeschooling in the day until 11. That's when, right around the time the youngest goes to sleep for his nap, and the kids clean up and they start like setting the table up and they get their drinks and they know that they got to get mom a Dr. Pepper. So that is my favorite teacher treat. The next question is, do you prep or plan or go with the flow? I would mostly say I prep and plan. My kids are little, so I do have to sometimes go with the flow in terms of what their mood is for the day, I will say. But I do plan quite a bit. I don't necessarily plan like we're gonna do lesson 7 on Monday, lesson 8. You know, I don't plan out the week like that. I think it's called reverse planning, or basically your record keeping. So I keep track of what we do every day, but I do that at the end of the day. And then I just have like benchmarks where I want to be at a certain, point in whatever curriculum at certain dates, and I can sort of keep track that way, and I have a good feel for where we're at. So it's a little bit go with the flow, I guess, but there is a lot of prep involved, making sure I'm keeping track of everything and all of that. So maybe it's a mix of both, but I would mostly say I prep and plan. And the last question is, what is something you really enjoy outside of being a homeschool parent? This is interesting to me because for the longest time, I really was nothing. I just didn't identify as anything other than a parent, really, until I had my third. I really started to realize, I need to be doing things for myself. And that was just something that took some time to figure out. But some of the things that I do enjoy that make me happy are I play the piano a lot. Multiple times a day. I mean, even if it's just for like 5-10 minutes. My kids also really enjoy it when I do that. But that is mostly for me. Piano was not my main instrument. I actually really didn't like it when we had to study it in college. Every music major has to take a couple of semesters of piano. And it was not my favorite then, but now it's something I've really grown to enjoy. And I'll play like actual classical piano music. I'll play pop songs. I'll learn things just by ear. It just keeps my ear, it's a muscle that needs to be, exercised a bit. So I do just learn things by ear. I'll pull up chords and learn songs. I also have music for things. I'll just ask my kids for like a request and I'll just play whatever they want. My daughter has been really wanting me to play like the Disney princess songs. So I've been playing a lot of like Frozen and stuff recently. So yeah, that's one thing I really like to do. Besides, I already mentioned that I really like to read. I read a lot, a ton. And then I'm also a pretty big movie and TV show aholic, I guess you could say. My husband and I don't watch nearly as much as we did before we had kids, but we do enjoy watching our shows together. We have shows that we watch by ourselves too, that like the other one isn't interested in, but we watch our fair share of movies and shows, like a lot. All the big franchises, of course, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, all the Marvel things. We watch the movies, we watch the shows. We're like deep diving into the Easter eggs that, interconnect all those storylines. We also just watch a bunch of other movies and shows, of course, dramas, and we watch a lot of history movies. Those are fun. Action movies, rom-coms, all the things, really. The only thing I really don't watch is like horror movies. Okay, so that's probably about the only thing I won't watch. But yeah, big movie and TV show buff, I would say. And yeah, so that's something my husband and I enjoy together. But yeah, that's something that I really like to do. So that's a little bit about me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little look behind the scenes, this Meet the Teacher video. It's a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to continue to do the collaboration actually throughout the year. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you stick around if you're new here. Subscribe, comment down below if you'd like to answer any of the questions. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, I would love to, get to know you a little bit as the homeschool mom, who you are behind the scenes. So anyway, I will see you guys all in the next video real soon. Bye.